what I did first is I tried it using Repetier, and that worked well. So I opened the host and I went to the server option. I started the local server and I opened the server front end, and I was controlling it from that. That worked well, but I just thought, why not use Fronterface? Because most of the YouTube tutorials and all, they use Fronterface. Let me just stick with that, so that in case you all want to do it and you have Fronterface, you'll use Fronterface. Everything is joined, end stops are not put, and filament not put. These two things are not put. Heated bed, as you can see, not put. Extruder not put. Fans are not put. Everything else is put. Everything else is working. Let me just show you jogging. I've opened Fronterface here, and I'm going to move it on the right. So okay, see 10 on the right, see 100 on the right, then 100 on the left, 100 front, 100 back. Okay, now up, down, Z. I'll do it in increments of 0.1 first, and then 1. Coming down 0.1, going up 1, coming down 1. So if you see here, these parts are slightly not perpendicular to this thing, because these rollers, all of them are properly perpendicular. They are properly parallel with this and properly perpendicular with this. This is properly 90. Everything is square and fair. And when we go to here, if we go close up on this, what I have done is, if you see closely, I have put washers. Under the nut in such a way that it becomes perpendicular to this. Then so that's only the issue for these two, because they are joined to this with screws which are inside here, bolts which are inside here, and when making the holes for this, they were manually done. If you go on that side, if you see on that side, it's a good thing, because I've made a part to join it on the side here, so I can move it front and back here, and I can move it left and right there by changing the distance or by putting some washers or something there. So that's a good thing. So that applies for both these motors. Then there is the extruder. It's mounted directly onto this. Yeah, it's on the other side. That's no problem. I can turn it and bring it this side. That's not a big issue. And then the whole thing is the CoreXY. So belts are here. They go all the way from here, and they go to this. There's pulleys inside this which move it to the motor here. Let me show you how it looks from down. So there. Might not get a proper view, but that's what it looks like. Then Yeah, I had some issue with one of the motors not working properly. I changed the motor and then I came to know it's not a motor issue. I don't know where the issue was, so I just disconnected everything and connected it again, and everything seemed to work well. One safety tip: always keep the power switch next to you, so that in case, now I'm running in jog mode, I don't have any end stops anywhere, so in case these things go all to the end and they don't stop, even though you've moved it in small increments, switch off. Yeah, sometimes this thing is very light. I mean, I can't see anything. Okay, so what I do is once I start it on the laptop, it works well. Let me just so what I've done is I've opened it in front face and it's already connected. I'm moving it towards the right in increments of 0.1, then I'll do 1, 10 and 100. So see 0.1, you can't make out anything. See 1, that's not 1 exactly, but it's moving to the right in small increments. Then I'll do it into 10, so it's moving on the right, and it's clean. It's a smooth movement, there's no noise, and it's clean. Then I'm going to move it on the left in 10, so it's moving on the left, that's smooth. I'm going to move it front, that's also smooth. Then I'm going to move it back. Okay, so this was moving smooth. I can move it in increments of 100, which is not exactly 100. And then left, back. Okay, so that works well. The next step is to put end stops everywhere and then do a ghost print without any filament in it. Let me just show you the z-axis as well. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to move the z-axis in increments of 1, but I'm going to move it in increments of 0.1 first. This is just to be sure that I know the z-stops are not done properly as yet. I have not put proper steps. So let's see how it moves. I'm asking it to move up in increments of 0.1 and then down in increments of 0.1. Okay, it's moving properly, so I'll move it in increments of -1, so it goes down. Yeah, that's smooth, that's okay, it's not bad. And as long as these lead screws are not vibrating, I can tell that everything is good. So then I'll move it up in increments of 1. The sound that you can hear is, I have just put these things, they're not joined, so they're just for aligning these lead screws with this. When I designed it in CAD, I had seen that the distance between this and this will be exactly that, and I saw that this part would be a good place for that, so it fits exactly without even being screwed there. See that? Same goes here, same there, and same here. Okay, this is little bit back, but that's not a big issue because as long as it's straight, right, what do we got to do? We just we are either way going to disassemble everything again to paint these mild steel parts. So these are mild steel, so they'll be rusting soon, so we'll just have to paint everything again later. Let's look at the microcontroller. It's a RAM's 1.4. I'm thinking of upgrading later to something from BTech. Sorry, not BTech, BQ, Pre-Tech. Yeah, they have some nice boards and some nice things, so it's not a shout out to them, but I guess I'm gonna try that next. And then the screen, I can now see something on the screen. I'm sure you can do. Wait a minute, just try to focus on it. Yeah, we can see something.